Happy Monday after the Super Bowl.
Woohoo! We're here.
I gotta be honest, I am exhausted. This is The Perspective. My name's McCall.
I'm Ima.
And I don't know who I am.
That's right, ever. So that's producer Butters. And I've been going through thinking about the Super Bowl, thinking about all of it. I can just say that I'm glad that the Chiefs won.
Me too.
I just don't like the Eagles. And I don't know if it's the Eagles I don't like. I think it's the fans.
There was an Eagles fan that was working here at one point in time.
Okay.
And I agree.
They're like, I don't understand why. Like, I don't get it. But yes, every single time I'm like, you guys, kind of D-bags.
I really wasn't rooting for anybody. And then I was like, who y'all rooting for? And then they were like, I'm rooting for this team. And I was like, okay, cool.
Cool, me too. I feel
I'll
like
go along with it.
There's a lot of people who are very angry because of the very last call of the game. I got to be honest, terrible call, awful call. However, there were two other calls in that game that were also terrible calls.
Yep.
Just terrible calls. And they were both against the Chiefs. And so everyone's like, oh, they blew it for Philadelphia. And it's like, no. Because if the one call that was a touchdown had been called a touchdown, it was an interception and whatever, had been called a touchdown, they would have won already.
Yep.
And then the other one was when they caught the ball and they were like, oh yeah, he had control of it. It's like, no, he did not. He had absolutely zero control of the ball. Anyway, beside the point, Super Bowl halftime show is what we're talking.
They based the control of the ball because he had it in one hand and before his foot left the ground.
Yeah, it was his toes.
His other hand touched the ball.
I mean,
Right.
I don't even
So
understand the game.
Man,
That's
he
what
like,
they considered control. I was like,
but it's like
gone up
whack.
and down like that.
Seriously, it's whack because he caught it and it was up against his face on his helmet.
Yep.
He caught it, he let it go, then he caught it again. They're like, he had control. No, he did not. He absolutely did not have control.
Didn't.
If he had control, then the other guy had control too, which then leads to a touchdown. Anyway, beside the point, Chiefs won, party, right?
Yes.
Super Bowl halftime show though.
I liked it.
I think,
Other than I couldn't hear what she was saying.
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
yeah.
But also, like, I get it.
I absolutely adored her, and I adored the fact that she did it all by herself, because I was wondering if she was going to bring people out.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity. She could have brought in Tom Holland. They could have done Umbrella
Would have been
together.
phenomenal.
That would have been great.
Phenomenal performance.
Pushed it up.
I don't think producer Butters has seen that because he looks very confused right now. I'll show you.
Wow.
It's a great
Yeah,
clip.
It's great.
It was in the lip sync battle.
Oh.
A phenomenal job. He was against Zendaya. They were dating. Anyway, beside the point.
No, it wasn't Tom Holland. He was the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been a great move. Lots of people were talking about Jay-Z and how Jay-Z should have come out with her. And
Nah.
I mean,
No.
here's the thing. I could have seen Jay-Z with it, but it was Apple's thing. So he has Tidal, which is like a competitive streaming service. So there's no way that they could have, without just, no, it wouldn't have worked. But it would have been cool.
I mean, the way she kept her composure while she's going up in the air and coming back down.
oh, dude, the whole thing was wiggling.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my
Well,
gosh.
especially the ones that were dancing on there. That would have freaked me out.
Right.
Me too.
And I mean, I saw that they all had their little, like,
Yeah, they were strapped
attached, but still, that's terrifying.
in. Yeah.
I think all in all, I think they did a really great job with it. I think the fact that she's pregnant, incredible that she did all of that. Her product placement of Fenty Beauty, phenomenal as well.
Didn't notice that.
She came down and then she opened it up and powdered her face and then
Oh, is that
put it
was?
away. Mhm.
Yep.
I have it. It's in my purse somewhere. It's a blurring powder. It's phenomenal, by the way. Not being sponsored. I wish I was. But I think she did a great job.
I was like, that's kind of weird.
It's a great, she has a makeup line. That's why she did it.
does.
It was incredible. So good. Anyway, I found a list. I mean, I really enjoyed the performance. I thought she did a great job with it. But there's a lot of people, for a 13-minute show, I have never seen more arguing over it. Like, there's so many people who are like, that was the worst thing that's ever happened. It was a terrible halftime show. She dressed ridiculously. She wore red, so Satan, like, all of those things.
But I think that happens every halftime.
It does.
Because like a few years ago when Shakira and J-Lo, they
Yep.
were like, they were naked. I'm like,
Right.
They're
They had clothes.
they
were
were not
dancing.
naked.
They
They
were-
had clothing.
Yeah.
They were fine.
They were dancing. And so it kills me because I see this every single year because I like Mima said, I agree. And my question to the audience and to the world is it in the Super Bowl contract halftime show that like the Super Bowl performers have to now parent your children because everybody's like, what will our children look up to now? And it's like,
Well, I'm
You?
pretty sure the artists pay to be into the.
well, they do, but that's what I'm saying. It was a joke that went clear over your head. Because I was saying, is it in the contract that the Super Bowl artists have to parent everybody's children? Because everybody's like,
Yeah, I got that.
What will the kids think?
yeah, everybody's like, the children, what do they look forward to? How are they going to look up to these people? And it's like, artists don't base their lives on the fact that you had children. Same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But I just don't see like what they're saying was offensive.
No.
Maybe the dancing, there's like a few spots when I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
You
Well,
go, girl.
there was the classic MJ crotch grab,
Uh-huh.
which people were upset about, but it's like Michael Jackson did it. It was a homage to Michael Jackson because she sampled Michael Jackson in one of her other songs that she didn't perform, but
That's the thing is she didn't do SOS,
she didn't do SOS, Disturbia,
Ponda
Replay.
which I feel like that those songs were kind of the ones that kind of
Shut Up and
Later,
Drive was
yeah.
another one. There were a lot of them that she didn't do, but I liked the songs that she did do.
there was one song I don't think I even
It
recognized.
was what Birthday Cake, I think, that was on when they were sitting down and dancing and they did the leg movements,
I don't remember.
legorography or whatever.
I was like, I don't know what this song.
Yeah, it was off of her anti-album. But anyway, so I found a list of Super Bowl halftime performances
Mm-hmm.
because I want to go through them, not all of them because there's a million of them, but because everybody's saying that it was like a terrible performance and whatever, but I think it was decent.
I don't think it was terrible. I wouldn't put it in the terrible.
No.
Just for me, it just wasn't what I was expecting, I guess. It
Yeah.
was kind of like, it was good, but it wasn't great. It was good. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah. I want to go back to like 2011 to now
Okay.
for a breakdown of it. We had Rihanna this year.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige.
That one I loved.
And
That
50
one was
Cent,
great.
That
Obviously.
one I was like,
So good.
okay.
So
that one's
great.
probably one of my favorites
Yes.
of the last, this is 12 years is what we're looking at
I don't know
basically.
if it was my favorite, but I really loved it.
Incredible. The Weeknd was 2021.
I loved that one.
It was great.
I don't think I saw that one.
I think The Weeknd did a great job with it.
Really?
Oh, it
Yeah.
was good.
Oh, it was a big old F you to the Grammys.
It was
Oh.
because the Grammys snubbed him
oh, yeah.
the same
It was-
year that he was performing at the Super Bowl.
It was like, let's take as much money as we can and let's throw it at this.
It was, yeah. And it was incredible.
It ended in the parking lot.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was great. The show was phenomenal.
I'll have to look it up.
2020, Shakira, J-Lo.
Amazing.
Great show.
Eh.
2019 was Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy.
Eh.
I didn't love that one.
That one was
I don't know if I would remember.
Oh my gosh. It was very
It
like,
was pretty
why is
forgettable.
Travis Scott here? It was like, this is meh. I don't know how to explain it. It was not great though. Like, not terrible.
Guess not rememberable
Not
either.
Yeah, that very
Not
much
memorable.
that. 2018, Justin Timberlake. He did a great job. He's a really good entertainer. Like, love him or hate him. He's been in the freaking Super Bowl 3 times. So it's been a lot of times.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Lady Gaga was 2017.
Okay.
I think she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, she did.
I'm trying to, recollect
Me
in my
too.
brain. But yeah. 2016 was Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. I loved Coldplay's performance. And I know it's like case by case because producer Butters is like, I don't like Coldplay.
I'm like, who are there's 3, right?
And Beyonce and Bruno Mars, yeah. It was good. I
All
liked
3 of them.
I liked that one. I love Bruno Mars. I've seen him in concert too. He
I
does
think-
a really good show.
If I remember correctly, for that one, I was also like, it was okay.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I thought Coldplay's performance was really good, but I like Coldplay. I think they do a good job entertaining. I would love to go and watch one of their shows, but I feel like I don't want to be necessarily on this plane, if you know what I'm saying. A little bit inebriated one way or another. I think it would be just like unreal. 2015, Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, and Missy Elliott.
Was that the one with the shark?
Who can forget Left Shark? Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
I loved it so much.
Oh, it was so whack.
entertaining.
I did not love it. I look at it and I'm like, what was that? Like, I don't know what happened.
I don't even know what song was it that she was singing that had the sharks in it.
Well, I mean, she had Roar at that point.
Yeah.
And was it last Friday night?
I think so.
I can't remember. California Girls, maybe.
Hey,
I know
you
It
she
was
sang.
one of
I
them.
know she sang.
you
Roar.
remembered it,
Yeah.
so
It was, well, I remembered Left Shark. That's right. It was a hot mess.
It just seems like the dancer didn't show up, so somebody just stepped in and was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't choreograph. I don't know what's going on.
We're doing this.
2014, you got Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was
Again,
the weirdest combo.
That was interesting.
It was so odd. I don't know. I'm very up in the air on that one. Like,
for both.
I don't know. Beyonce was 2013. That was her,
okay.
Single Ladies, pretty poppin' at that point. 2012 was Madonna. And
I don't
wanna,
remember that one.
Yeah, it was very meh. Like, I want to go back and watch them because it's like I don't remember watching them with an eyeball of like, oh yeah, this could be a cool performance. I remember watching them as like, nah, I'm watching this with my grandpa, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And then 2011, I will hands down say one of the worst performances at the halftime show of all time. And I feel fairly confident in that. It's the Black Eyed Peas.
Absolutely, hands down.
It was
Why did you guys hate that?
It
was awful.
Awful.
I mean, the pyrotechnics, the choreograph, like that side of things, beautiful. Their performance itself, terrible.
I think that the audio, whoever's running audio again, screwed up on that one.
I just think like you listen to Fergie's verses and stuff on it, bad. Bad.
Again, it was Fox.
Limp sync
It was on Fox that year.
like
I remember this.
lip sync it.
I
It was
remember
so
that
bad.
year. I
Oh,
do.
It was awful.
I was disappointed in the performance. Yes, mostly because I couldn't. Their audio sucked.
Yeah. It wasn't
Bad.
good. It wasn't good,
It
but
wasn't a good show.
I
mean,
yeah. The show
the
itself,
choreography and the pyrotechnics, yes, they
Yes.
were like, wow. But yeah,
watching them like sing and stuff, I was like, this is
and that's saying a lot because I was pretty hyped for that one. Because
I know. I was
believe,
too.
If I remember correctly, that was the year that Green Bay won.
probably.
Couldn't tell you.
So
I don't remember.
I was very hyped because
Yeah.
it was my team playing.
But that was, and I can appreciate the performance of it 100%. But that's in the last 12 years of this list of things, I would rate that as my bottom performance of all of them.
Okay.
Do you guys have a bottom performance of all of them? Because that one's mine.
For me, is
like,
that one, Black Eyed Peas.
I don't know.
he's like Beyonce or Beyonce again or Bruno
Probably
Mars or Bruno Mars
the
again.
J-Lo one. I didn't get into that one.
Yeah, interesting. I
That was
liked it.
interesting. That one was amazing.
Yeah, it was cool representation wise for it.
Probably, yeah.
So that was really neat because like Bad
But-
Bunny was in it and J Balvin, a lot of like Puerto Rico was represented well, I think, and so that was really cool from that aspect of it. But
Yeah.
it was very interesting. My favorite part of that was when J-Lo came out with the Puerto Rican flag on and she was wearing it and everyone's like, that's not America.
I was like, well, yes, it is.
It
is.
It is. It's the whole
I remember that.
I remember all of that and everybody was like angry. Okay, whatever. But anyway, there's some of the performances that are ranked. I think it was cool. I'm sure Rihanna's going to have a dope Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football to love.
Football of love. It's the best phrase I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
I will now refer to everything as football of love.
No, I said football to love.
Oh, to love. Oh, okay. My bad.
Football of love.
I was like, football of love. That's what it is.
Oh, football to love.
Yes. It's,
I guess it's both.
yeah, sure.
It works both ways.
For surezies. Today is Galentine's Day, by the way. So if you wanted to celebrate with a gal pal or something, that's what it's for. Instead of celebrating like Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, obviously.
I call it Singles Awareness Day.
Yeah.
I just call it another day.
Yeah. It's a freaking Tuesday. That's the thing that's like, meh. I don't know.
There's some people that go up on a Tuesday.
I mean, yeah, that's great. Go up on a Tuesday. I'm going to go directly to bed on a Tuesday. Unless I'm celebrating at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm 50 years old.
I was like, eventually I'll go to bed. It doesn't matter to me what night it is.
Yeah. For me, I mean, Dustin and I, we've been together for almost 10 years at this point.
So they don't celebrate anymore.
I go get Taco Bell and scratcher tickets. So, you know,
That sounds
it's
fun.
what it is. It's fairly simple. We'll go out and go have like dinner probably this weekend.
And then they just don't clean up the mess afterwards. So
Oh,
Throw everything away. It's
Yep,
great.
they're just living on the edge.
That's right. Party. Party. No,
my Valentines have always, like, every time I've had a Valentine's, they've always come through and it's always made me stand out. Like in high school, they would get me balloons. So there goes Mima walking around the hallways with a bunch of balloons.
that's how I like it.
After I graduated, they got me
they're gone.
I don't know what happened.
they got me a huge big teddy bear. Here goes Mima walking around with a huge big teddy bear.
There you go.
I'll come back for this.
There you go. I remember one of the years that Dustin and I, probably like third or fourth year that we were together, and I got into this like, I don't want flowers because they just die phase. Now I want flowers all the time because they're just pretty and I like them. But so I got into that phase of things, and so Dustin ordered me like a fruit bouquet. So
Best thing ever.
it was so good.
So good.
So the lady, she would order in like mangoes and stuff from Mexico, and it was this like lavish arrangement with like mangoes and pineapple and strawberries and grapes and all kinds of like just super, super clever. I was like, that is smart. Way to go. It's a great idea. So anyway, this year I think I'm getting an air fryer because
About time.
I
about
know
time.
I want one so bad, but it makes me feel so lame because I want an air fryer for Valentine's Day or something.
Question: does your oven convect?
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, it does it
If you don't know what it means, how do you know it does it?
because it has a button that says convection oven, so I can click it and
oh.
turn it on.
Button you can click.
It's next to that and broil,
Duh.
and then there's bake. So every time, because it's like convection bake. So I Dustin had to call me one day. He's like, "Hey, am I turning this on to bake or convection bake?" And I was like, "Turn it to bake because I don't know what convection bake does."
Okay, so it essentially works like an air fryer. There's a fan inside, and
Okay.
it blows the air around.
Okay.
So
Do I need an air
Essentially-
fryer then?
essentially, it cooks faster. No, well, yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Because the air fryer will cook a little bit faster, but yes, in a convection oven, your food should cook faster
Interesting.
because you're blowing the air
Around?
to it instead of it just being warm.
But the air fryer just warms up faster, right? Because it's like this big.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it also has a fan that blows the air.
Interesting.
That's how it cooks faster.
Wow. Zesty. Yeah. I like that.
That's what a convection oven is.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Interesting.
Now you know.
Now you
I
know. There it is. Science. Can't finish that statement. Any final thoughts on anything?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Better have my money.
Oh, dude. I'm so glad she started with that song. Anyway, this has been The Perspective.
Bye.